seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New England Patriots. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Huntley to throw. And his first look is incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. It's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Patriots take over. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a Patriot first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throwing, Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morrison. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And it's caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris. And he pushes forward and comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Huntley. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
To throw, Huntley. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
from the gun on third down. Huntley, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Back to throw again. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw again. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Huntley. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, and that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Operating from the gun, Huntley. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the
way.
tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones.
Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Huntley. And Cameron has it over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Huntley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jalen Phillips. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Morrison. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This is Harris. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their 1st interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their 1st pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. And it's caught by the tight end camera. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw on third down. Huntley. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down, Patriots.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for New England.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Hall, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Huntley. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 42.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This one taken in by Cephas.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 8 coming up. Huntley to throw. He gets this complete to Cephas.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Huntley. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Seibert able to knock this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Second down and 3.
Now Jones.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. From the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Jones. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.